This video is part of a series of tutorials for using Comet Web Edition. In this tutorial, we're going to show you how to download and install Comet and get it configured and up and running for the first time. So just go to the Comet website, which is limitfacebook.com or getcomet.com. We're going to go to the download section and download the latest copy. Now, for each computer that your kids log into that you want to limit applications on, you'll need to get a license for that computer. But you don't need a license to manage those users from any smartphone or web browser. Whether you do or don't have a license, you'll be able to manage those users. So you can also get a license directly from the software, which is the route we'll take for this tutorial. So we'll go ahead and do a download, and we're going to open. And we're going to go ahead and click the CWE setup and go ahead and run the software. Now, if this is your first time to use any of the newer applications, or your computer's a little older and you might not use WinUpdate so much, you might need to install or download and install the .NET Framework 4.0. To do that, you can simply go here and click yes, and it'll take you to the Microsoft website where you can download and install the .NET Framework 4.0. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'll just click Run down here, and we'll go ahead and start the installation for .NET 4.0. So once that's finished, we can just go ahead and say Finish, and that's all we'll need from the Microsoft site. And if you, like I said, have to go through that installation, then we're just going to go back and go through this process again here. Just open and run this again. And what we'll find is this time we'll get to the installation because we've got .NET 4 installed. And if you already have it installed, which is highly likely, then you would have just come here to the screen that we see. So we'll go ahead and say Next. We're going to leave everything as the default here, which is, of course, the recommended settings. And we'll go ahead and run the installation. And then once that's done, we'll just close this out. We're done with our File Explorer, and we really don't need the website anymore either. So now we'll go down to our start bar, and we should see Comet Web Edition here, or we could just go into All Programs and find it here as well. And the first time we run it, we'll just go ahead and click this. And again, just to remind you, you only have to run this install on computers that you'll be using Comet to control and limit applications, but you don't need to install it on computers that you're just managing Comet from. So as I mentioned, we'll be going ahead and doing the activation and the purchase directly through the software. So all I have to do here is go to Purchase and go to the Buy Now link, which will take us to a secure PayPal site to make the transaction. Once I make the transaction, I'll get back via email a transaction code from PayPal, which I'm just going to copy and paste here into my transaction ID using the email address that I signed up to PayPal with, or if I already have a PayPal account, I'll use that address here. So we'll go ahead and do the Buy Now, and that'll take us to the PayPal site. Now, once we receive the email from PayPal, we'll just copy the transaction code and come back here and simply paste that in, and then click Activate. So once we've activated the software, the last thing we need to do is just update our users, the applications, and set a password for ourselves. So anytime that you add additional users or update the software, you might just want to come back into the console if you're logged in as an administrator and just click the Comet icon, which will take you to the screen where you can update these if you need to moving forward. For now, we'll just go ahead and update the users here. This will only take a second to update, and what it will do is if Comet is not currently set to start up automatically when the computer starts, we can go ahead and select that option now, which of course you want to do because when your kids log back into the computer after you restart and have everything configured, then you'll want Comet to start up automatically so that they'll be protected and controlled the way that you intend. So we'll just go ahead and do that. We'll have to confirm it, and it'll come back and let us know that they are now set for Comet to automatically start up. And finally, all we need to do is update the applications that are currently in our inventory, and that'll just take a few minutes. And once that's completed,
we do need to set a password for our web login where we can actually administer and control everything from any smartphone or web browser, again, even on computers that Comet is not installed on. So what we want to do is go ahead and set some password. If you don't set the password, it defaults to your PayPal transaction code, but since that's fairly laborious to type, we'll go ahead and just put a password in that is kind of hard to remember. And there we go. So the password is set, and we're ready to start using Comet.